something that narrows it down in South America, doesn't it? Not much there to go on, not much there to go on. That's the biggest mountain I've ever seen in Uruguay my whole life. I'm very, very happy that we do have the multis here because not a clue. Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm back. The pre-recorded stuff has ended. This is live, or as live as it can get. Yeah, I had a wicked time, wicked time. But we're back to business. Yeah, I mean, I played a few games. I was at 1560, and I played a couple of games because obviously I haven't been able to play well at all, really. But on just before I left, I did drop down to 1516, and then I tried playing a couple of games there, which was my first of the week, and was pretty terrible. But fuck it, we're just gonna do some competitive stuff. If it's anything like before, I went Ecuador on New Zealand, which did have a stubby antenna for some reason, and something else brain dead. But not gonna happen now. We're gonna smash it. As you can see, yeah, not too great. But I'll see you when we have a game. Oh, staring at my phone, and we go in Chile. Is it? Should be. Unless it's Arch. But I do think we are Chile. Something that narrows it down in South America, doesn't it? Not many place names that are La. I mean, it's La Serena there, but it's not that. I was thinking, yeah, somewhere in and around this bit of the Atacama, not too fun. Oh, bloody hell. Don't look at that. That's behind the scenes. Right, I'm just gonna have to put it down there. Okay, not bad. I don't know what happened there. This is a professional, streamlined operation. Yeah, you got a glimpse behind the curtain. Brazil, not northeast because we do have the support, but yeah. That's not a Piranha, is it? It's sort of giving. These are like sort of giving the Amazonian-ish. Perhaps. Could it ever be like a Rondonia-ish? Or just a Mato Grosso stuff? But yeah, these sort of palms over here do associate very much with that area, but it's a big area. Yeah, do I just put it down in like a Mato Grosso? I think my mouse has been a bit funky. But yeah, I might do. That's Rondonia. I should have cleared. Oh, it's Acre, actually. But we would have been a bit closer. It was Amazonian. I just pussied out and was trying to hedge a bit of whatever. But good guess from my opponent there. And this is Chile as well. Yeah, it's why it felt Amazonian, didn't it? And we are somewhere. Is that dying? I don't think it is. Maybe it's just warming up as well. Santiago area. It's a bit hilly, bit dry, it's a bit green though as well, so I just go sort of going into Santiago. Perhaps. And further down. So good guess from them again. Just Curico area. We've got Brazil again. Has the map changed? I'm sorry, I've literally been away. I've not thought or anything about GeoGuessr in quite some time. I thought it said Belém. But it's not. And we do have supports again. Quite a few palms there. Quite a few palms there, but surely that's like a plantation or something, no? Because where else would we be that's that coastal with them? Could we be north, perhaps? I got a call to, like... I could see it then, maybe. Like, because you wouldn't have supports there, but like para. So maybe, yeah. Because no supports. You do have supports there, don't you? And then it's no supports over here. Is that right? Could that be true there? Yeah, I think I'm going for it. They're in Roraima. No, that's good. That's nice. That's very nice there. Yeah. A little bit scared about Roraima, just in case I had been, but I don't think you get that amount of palms. So that was nice, just unlucky that We didn't have an extra multi, and we got Mongolia snow coverage with that just in around Ulaanbaatar, correct? I think. Um, yeah, ish. I think that's like snowy sort of stuff. Yeah, and it was actually on that road. I mean, would have had a few more points. It would have been nice for the Aura farm, but yeah, not bad. Hopefully, I mean, we've had two bad guesses, well, on hard rounds, but we've got one here, which is the US, correct? Yep, great. And not much there to go on, not much there to go on. I'd say we are a bit further north. I'm honestly thinking like West Pennsylvania, perhaps. Although it would be a bit hillier there, wouldn't it? Maybe not. Like Ohio-ish there, or it could be down Kentucky. That was the area that I was thinking of to begin with, though. Oh, that's me. Yes, nice. We get the win. It was New York, but yeah, realistically, it was probably a bit hilly for our win. But the vibes were good on the northeast, on the more northern vibe there, because that was a pretty tricky round. And considering, yeah, again, haven't played that. I've played 3 competitive games of GeoGuessr in a week, and as anybody knows, it's a Rust thing where you need to be playing all the time. So all in all, not bad. And I kind of spotted the Acri. Not really, but almost. That was just too much of a pussy to get it. That's a nice guess there. That's just Chile. And also, yeah, would be a bit hillier. Bit too hilly for where I clicked. But hard round. That was nice as well. So, yeah, nice win. Stopped what was a little bit of a slide back above 1500 because the relegation zone now is like 1400 for Masters, which is pretty filthy. Considering it, I mean, it's been like 1300 ish for quite some time. So, yeah, it puts the pressure on a bit, but just need to get good, I guess. Drifting off again. A little bit of a wait, but it's fine. Got the US or Canada, perhaps. Cattle at large. We've got thinnish trees. We're definitely north. Are we Canada then? We're hilly, quite hilly. And I'd have put us in Quebec by the landscape, but we've not got an RA there. This is definitely northeast or northwest. It's one of. Why can I not think? Right. It's making me feel like something. Is it like up north here? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It was going to be one of the hilly bits, and I should have just played it with because British Columbia is the super hilly bit, but I thought maybe I'd be a bit fancy because I was generally getting more of a northeast vibe there, but honestly, it could have been either. I probably should have just gone for the one that was more majoritively hilly, but that's fine. We're in South Africa and we're pretty close to the Botswana border. Yeah, I think I'm just clicking somewhere around here-ish. Because I don't know. I do know, apparently. I do know where it is. Hell, we would have won. We would actually probably have won if I'd have gone West Coast on that, but yeah, that was a lottery for the round for me, to be honest. Uruguay, hilly, excuse me, sorry, mountainous Uruguay. Because that's the biggest mountain I've ever seen in Uruguay my whole life. And are they not up here? Or is it that one? I can't remember. Okay, fine there. I always thought that this bit was the hillier bit, but apparently there's a hill down there. I got the US in somewhere. We got front plate. Are we just Texas? Travis Chiropractor, Remax Bastrop area, Bassano. I mean, we've got a white front plate, and it kind of feels a bit more southern. So I think yeah. Bastrop area. Okay, the Coffee Dog Roastery, breakfast tacos. Yeah, it kind of is giving a bit Texas, kind of is giving into a biggish city, yeah, with the white front plates and the white back ones there. The SM71 something, but I think I'm going to look for this Bastrop. in SM. I think I just go Dallas. I think I just go Dallas. It was Austin. Bastrop there, yeah, bit more looking. Bit more looking. I thought it was a suburb of one of the big cities, and I was like, oh, I just have to scan, the city. But that was actually gettable. Turkey, maybe Eastern, perhaps. Yeah, I mean, it could just be. Do we just do a Kayseri clip? Lots of flat roofs. Lots and lots of flat roofs. How far do I commit? I think it should be Eastern, but I'm going somewhere between Kayseri and Gaziantep. Yeah, because look, if I'd have committed all the way over here and it had been here, I would have not have been happy. But yeah, probably on another day I could have. But anyway, in front plate. So I'd probably, although there's no fronts there, so okay, right. I think we are Canada then. Yeah, no front on that as well. So Saskatchewan or Alberta, I'd say Sask. Yeah, a couple of better guesses there, honestly, and we could probably have had it. If I'd have scanned for the Austin and or the whatever the hell its name was, and committed on the Turkey, we might have had the game, but that's fine. They were in Iowa. Little worried. Little worried. That's why there was no front plate, because it was more safe. But that's fine. At least they weren't bang on it. Bit too dry, maybe, but I mean, it's very confusing, all of that. This is just the UK. And I mean, it feels pretty just like rural UK, one of the back roads. It could be Ireland. I'm going to Wales Hedge. And it's down in Dorset. But yeah, they go the same, and we're slightly a bit more big up. Mid Wales. And Gadvan. We've got Australia, kind of hilly. Not a Stoby. We're definitely south. Is it? Nah, this is way too hilly for Wa, right? Way too hilly for Wa. It's just, I don't think it's SA with how hilly and green it is. Perhaps so, like down here. It was. Okay, it's fair enough. Fair enough. I just thought it would be. Okay. It's usually drier hills, like sort of, but that's one pocket of green hills, and now we've got another Oz. Should have won it there. Angora Range Road. Angora Range. I suck at this. I suck at this when it's just around like this, and I'm like, it's not Taz. It could be Taz, but I'm going down here as a hedge because I don't actually know. That honest to God, that might look like a good guess, and it was a good guess, but it wasn't because I 100% knew it was there, right? You could be like, right, that's bang on it. He knows his Australia, he knows his shit, he's the GOAT or whatever. But in my head, it could have been anywhere up here or along here or even Tasmania. So I picked in the middle of it all. It kind of, I did consider there as well. I always consider there. It's just a nightmare. That was just, I managed to plonk it down in the right place, to be honest. Which might sound like I'm being uber critical, but you kind of get what I'm talking about, right? I didn't know it was there. I was hedging. It felt like a bit of everything, which in its way is a good guess, to get it. But realistically, that could have been like North New South Wales. Like genuinely, you get a round which looks like minusculely different to that, and it could have been, and they could have been bang on it, and they could have won, But that's 2 wins in a row, back to 15-19, so we are happy. And we go again. 1,600 rated opponents, so really putting us to the test in South Africa, somewhere in the dry bit. the interior. I'd say over this way. A bit more north, perhaps, a bit sandy. As for that, though, it feels quite remote. So I'd maybe actually even go further over this way. I don't know what's happening. I actually don't know what's happening there. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's a really good guess, that is. This is not the same guy who went Ecuador and New Zealand before. I also went Brazil on Paraguay with Paraguay car, and my opponent put a message in and was like, "Excuse me," and I was like, "It's my first game in a week," and he was like, "Oh, fair enough." I think we're somewhere up here. I don't know how far I can commit, but yeah, it's fine. Somewhere over that with those sort of green, sort of rolling hilly vibes, a bit rural, very rural actually, is going to be in that corner, but. As for guessing where, we've got Russia. I'm very, very happy that we do have the multis here, because not a clue at all. This is just around somewhere in Russia. I know it's slightly tilted and slightly like that, but I'm honest to God just clicking somewhere around Moscow. I was thinking it could be over here, but no. Like, if I was being ballsy, I would have maybe got, it was a bit hillier and the vibes could have been there. Actually, is that where the tilted antenna is? Did I forget that? Don't know. This is another round which I'm very happy I've got the multis on. Very, very happy. We're in Indonesia. I might go Sumatra, perhaps. We've got that, but that could just honestly mean anything at this point. Or Kalimantan. It's a bit more rural. So I can't remember which one's symmetrical and which one's not symmetrical. I should have just gone Sumatra. Yeah, I was sort of hedging a bit of everything, even though it was never going to be over that way. But it's fine. We've got, well, just a standard southern Brazil round. But I can't see any piranha pines or anything, so I'm going like this border-ish. Yep. Somewhere along the Piranha River, is it? Yeah, that's what that looks like. Flat, sort of sugarcane. I got Mongolia over that way. This is probably quite famous. Is that a lake? Hold up. Or is that just I don't know. I'm gonna go a bit further west. Do I go up here? Okay, it was a lake, fair enough. Yeah, GG. Good guess from them there. It probably is quite a famous location. I really need to work on my Mongolia. I was gonna commit further, I just got a bit confused, to be honest, but I still committed quite far. West, and we got Jordan. We've got a divided highway. Do have a divided highway. Oh, God, it's been ages since I've had a Jordan that I'm now just like, it's in Tunisia, but it's not. Divided highway. Going that way. Probably into a big city, quite flat. Where's Jordan? I just very rarely have had, I can't remember the last time I got a Jordan. I'll go for this because it sort of looks like it's running along the right sort of angle, although it's quite hard to tell. But yeah, I'm going there. Yeah, it was that road. More care. Oh, I mean, I got the multi, so it's fine. But yeah, that could have mattered. That could generally have mattered. And if you find the road, I really should have taken, the extra time to find that there. US? Right. What about like a Vancouver Island? Somewhere like this. Hopefully I haven't completely just gone the moon. or even a further, I mean like Jupiter or something. Oh my God, no. No. What have I done? Yeah. Um, yeah, the fence and stuff didn't fit. I got a hunch and I couldn't get it out of my head. You know, that's fine. That happens. It absolutely happens. No way. Nah, never anyway. I was like, this fence doesn't fit for the for the US, but I ignored it. Um, because yeah, I got a hunch and I couldn't not avoid that hunch. But that's fine. Sometimes you just got to go for it. It was wrong. It happens. Um, Good guess actually from them on the sort of Mediterranean hilly bit. We'll play one more. Boom, 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 boom. Actually, you know what? Sorry, to disappoint everybody, but we're not going to play one more. I actually, sorry to disappoint everybody who was looking forward to me going the wrong continent on something there again. I'm not going to play one more. I queued for it, and I was like, you know what? Actually, we're kind of lucky to have got 2 wins out of that there. Considering that we are super, super rusty. Um, we could very easily, well, we probably would have just lost that game. And as I mentioned before, the relegation zone in 40 is 1400, and I want to sort of be able to, if I am rusty and not playing that well, if I am playing competitively, it's hard enough playing well without having to think about ranking and stuff. So if I'm over 1500, I can leave it there, and I'm like, right, if I can go into it now, and I'm like, right, I'll practice, and then I'm at a decent point to, a jumping off point for when I have practiced to, hopefully not tank my ranking. So, and also, it's 5:15. Usually, I like having this done before 5, so I don't really want to, even though I am now rambling and waffling and all of that stuff. But anyway, um, that's that. I do have all of my footage because I recorded my time at the Snooker World Championship qualifiers, all 3 days of them, and I'm gonna try and edit that into some kind of comprehensive thing. But it's gonna be a nightmare, and I was gonna do it today, but I'm putting it off because I'm lazy. But that might be coming hopefully before Saturday. So if it is, please watch. It's probably gonna have been an absolute ball ache to edit. But anyway, that's that. We're leaving it there. We're being responsible. When the fun stops, stop.